Hello everyone, welcome back to Education's Expert. I am Bharti Sharma, your spoken English educator. And I welcome you all in my next part of tenses series, which is based on future continuous tense, right? So let's get started. Let's start it with its definition first. The future continuous is often used in English as a way to talk about something happening at a given point in the future, right? So if we have decided that something is going to be done in the future, and we also know that there is a specific time, there's a given time in the future that is going to be happen. So at that time we can use future continuous tense. And what will be the helping verb or auxiliary verb that we are going to use in future continuous? It will be again will, shall plus be, V1 and ing. As I have told you in every continuous and progressive tense video that we have to use what? V1 plus ing. So again we are going to use V1 and ing. Apart from it, when we started this future series, I have told you in my future indefinite video also that we are going to use auxiliary verb that will be constant in every part of future related series. That will be will and shall, and as I promised, it is here. What will be the change? We just have to put be, right? Will be, shall be. It can be will be or it can be will be as well, right? Plus ing. So will be, shall be plus one plus ing. This will be your auxiliary verbs. Let's directly jump into the examples now. She will be taking her dog for a walk. She will be taking her dog for a walk, right? So she over here is subject, and whenever we are going to use singular or plural, let me tell you, there is only one way that we are going to use shall, and we use shall with only I and we. Apart from that, we use only and only will with every subject. Clear? And we can also use will with we and I as well. There is nothing wrong in it, but as I have told you, in whenever we are writing in formal language, or if we're talking about a formal writing, or if we want to look more grammatically correct, at that time we have to, and I think we should use shall with I and we. Apart from this, if you are using will with I and we, that's also correct. That's up to you totally, right? So she will be taking her dog for a walk. First up. Second one, if you have, is Penny will be running in the marathon tomorrow. Next up sentence we have is they won't be watching television at 9 p.m. tonight. And as I have told you many times, won't comes at the time of contraction forms, and the real form is will plus not. That means they will not be watching television at 9 p.m. tonight. Clear? Next up we have is Sheldon will be eating the cake later. I will be writing the letter tomorrow. I will be helping my mother to make my breakfast. The baby will be playing the whole night. Right now, in all of these sentences, if you notice, we are trying to tell you that something will be happen. Something will be happening at this given point time, right? The baby will be playing the whole night. So what is the given time over here? The whole night, right? I will be playing tennis at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Again, I'm giving you the given specific time. That is 10 a.m. tomorrow, right? I will be playing tennis. She will not be sleeping when you telephone her. I'm so sorry. There should not be a period in of will, right? There should be here. All right. So next up we have is she will not have been. She will not. Sorry. She will not be sleeping when you telephone her. Next up we have is what will you be doing at 10 p.m. tonight? Now this is the interrogative sentence where we are asking that what are you going to do at 10 p.m. tonight? What will you be doing at 10 p.m. tonight? What will you be doing when I arrive? Now this is also a kind of point, specific time, that when I arrive, what will you be? Clear? I hope this is clear for you, future continuous tense. Now let's move forward. All right, now let's jump into the uses of future continuous tense, right? So there are 4 uses that we are going to discuss in future continuous tense. The first up we have is to describe a future action happening during a specific time. See, if you're talking about an action that will be happening during a specific time, At that time, we're going to use future continuous tense. And this is the same thing that I have just told you in the part of definition. All right, now let's jump into the examples and see what example says. We will be watching horror movies from dusk until dawn. As I had told you that we use future continuous tense at the time of whenever we're talking about during a specific time. And in this sentence, we can definitely see a specific time. What is the specific time? Over in this sentence, it is dusk until dawn. Dusk basically means at the time of night, or you can say evening. From the evening to till the morning. At dawn means bilkul very morning, at the morning time we call it as dawn, and at the night time or the evening time we call it as dusk, right? So we are telling you we will be watching horror movies from dusk until dawn. Next up we have is the museum will be hosting a special tour at 8 p.m. Again, I'm giving you a specific time, which is 8 p.m. I hope now this is clear for you. Let's move forward for the another use, which says about to describe multiple future actions happening at the same time. When more than one action or two action means multiple action are happening at the same time, at that time we can use future continuous tense. Like when more than one action, again the same line, when more than one action is happening in the future, at least one action is ongoing, and the future one use future continuous tense. How? See, my brother will be babysitting while I am at work, right? So there are two actions. My brother will be babysitting and I will be doing work at that time. So I'm telling you my brother will be babysitting while I am at the work. Next up we have is I'll be playing basketball on Sunday and my partner will be playing tennis, right? So again there are two actions at the same time. I'll be playing basketball on Sunday and my partner will be playing tennis. I hope now this is clear for you. Both the rules are definitely clear for you. Now let's move forward. All right, now next up we have is to describe a future action interrupted by another action, right? At that time we can use if one action is is an ongoing process and another action interrupts it. So at that time we can use it, right? In a situation involving multiple future actions and one action interrupting another, use the future continuous tense for the action being interrupted and use the simple present for the action that interrupts. So basically, if one action is going on or one action will be going on at that time, you can use future continuous. And when the another action interrupts the first action, then you can use future simple tense, right? How? Let's see it with examples. I will be taking shower when the guests arrive. So first action is what? I will be taking a shower, right? And what is the action that is interrupting? The interrupted action over here is the guests arrived. And that's why we have used simple present tense. Clear? I will be taking a shower when the guests arrive. Next up we have is when the clock strikes midnight, when the clock strikes midnight, we will be drinking champagne, right? We will be, or you can either say it like we will be drinking champagne when the clock strikes midnight. Both are the correct. It simply means that you have to use one for the first time you have to use future continuous tense and the other time you have to use present simple tense. I hope now this is clear for you, and now let's discuss the very last use of future continuous tense, which means when you have to describe likely hypothetical situation in the. Now, what does this hypothetical means? Let's see it. All future events are hypothetical, so you can use any future tense to describe them. However, use the future continuous tense for hypothetical events that seems likely or that you want to seem likely. How? I know for sure you are getting a question in your mind. See, I can explain you this thing with example. If I'm saying everyone will be cheering for me at the game tomorrow, this is a hypothetical situation. For example, if I say you, if I will be there, you will be partying at this time, right? So basically, this is a hypothetical situation where you don't know exactly that something might get happen or not, but you are 50% sure everything will be cheering. I'm not really sure that everyone will definitely gonna cheer or not, but I am telling you everyone will be cheering for me at the game tomorrow. But there is another slightly chance that everyone will not cheer for me, right? Next up we have is we'll be driving horse car any day now. Same, right? So I hope now for both all the four uses of future continuous tense is definitely clear for you. Now let's move forward. Now quickly revise basically when should you use the future continuous tense. I have already told you. Now let's summarize it. So use the future continuous tense when you discuss multiple actions in the future, when one future action interrupts another, when you specify an action occurring during an exact time range, or when you discuss an hypothetical event with a high likelihood or desired likelihood, right? And I have explained you all the four different uses with each and every examples. I hope now this is clear for you. Now let's directly jump into the sentence structure. So, sentence structure for affirmative sentence is this: subject, will be, shall be. It can be, it's up to the subject. Subject, will be, shall be, V1, ing, object. Let's directly jump into the examples now. They will be talking to him about me, right? So I am assuming, if you can say that they will be talking to him about me. I'm not really sure that they are going to talk to him about me or someone else, but I'm assuming it. Next up we have is he will be going to school. He will be going to school. The people will be buying their needed things. Now the sun will be rising. The boys of the school will be playing cricket in the ground. The boys will be playing football in the school. The PM will be ringing the bell in the school. The teacher will be teaching English in other room. My brother will be singing a song on the stage. He will be selling vegetables in the market. Now again, let me correct you the pronunciation. Vegetables. I have heard a lot of people saying this wrong. So its correct pronunciation would be vegetables, not vegetables. It is vegetables. Vegetables. Vegetables, right? So these are the very simpler, you can say, the lines or the sentences that I have used, and you can definitely take any one of them and match the structure with structures. For example, if I am taking this sentence, the teacher will be teaching English in another room. So you can say the teacher over here is a subject, will be, because we are using teacher and it's singular one, and I've told that we use mostly with everything we use will. So subject plus will be plus V1, that is teach, plus ing, teaching, English, object, and other words in other room, right? I hope now this is clear for you. Now let's move forward and understand negative sentence. Sentence structure for negative sentences, and this is the structure. You just have to put not after the auxiliary verb. Otherwise, rest of the sentence structure would be exactly same. Subject, will, shall, not, be, V1, ing. Clear? All right, so these are the examples. The clouds will not be floating in the air. The mother will not be cooking the food. I shall not be eating the food at that time. They will not be playing the cricket in the ground. My father will not be reading the newspaper sitting in the room. The gardener will not be watering the plants. See, the gardener, subject. Will, auxiliary verb. Not, negative sentences. Be, again with the rule. Water, V1, ing, plus object, the plan. The washerman will not be washing my clothes. The police will not be chasing the thief. The children will not be making a noise in the class. See, if you if you see all of the sentences, especially from the gardener till the children, it's like we are imagining a new, you can say, world where the gardener will not be watering the plants, the washerman will not be washing my clothes, the policeman will not be chasing the thief, the children will not be making a noise in the. I mean, I don't think so. They in this world, it can be ever possible for everyone to do the such things, right? So it's like to create a fictional or imagination story where you can do such things, right? So what are your fictional views, and what is your fictional things that you are going to do in your fictional story? Let me tell you. Let me know, okay? Next up we have is we shall not be going to Delhi. All of the sentences are very simple. Just match them with the structures and try to practice as much as you can. All right, now let's move forward. Now, sentence structure for interrogative sentences. I like this animation, no? drop it out. So here it is the structure. Will shall plus subject plus be V1 ing object and question mark. So this is the structure over here and these are the examples, right? Let's quickly read it out. Will the boys be bathing in the swimming pool? Will, again with the subject, will plus the subject over here is the boys, be, bath, one ing, in the swimming pool. Will the monkeys be jumping from the tree? Will the junk dealer be purchasing old goods? Will Suman be reading a poem? Is your friend's name Suman? Let me tell you. Let me know. I'm so sorry. Next up we have is, will he be abusing him? Will the boys flying the kite on the roof? Will those two brothers be quarreling? Quarreling means fighting, which is wrong. You should not fight, right? Will it be raining there? Will it be raining there? Will the Prime Minister delivering the speech in Parliament? Will the bowler be throwing the ball? Every sentence is very simple, I know, and I'm hoping that you got the topic. Let's move forward. All right, let's move forward. Sentence structure for interrogative negatives. Will, shall, subject, just put just add not over here, not plus the V1 ing object, right? So here are the examples. Will he not be talking to her? Will he not be talking to her? Will the farmer not be plugging the field? It's not actually plugging, it's plowing. Ploug. Plowing means in Hindi we call it as जोतना, जिसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं खेत जोतना. You know if it. So this is the word, right? Will the farmer not be plowing the field? So I hope now you got this. And the next one is, will Pushpa not be doing her homework? Why will Rahul not be flying the kite? So basically this sentence belongs to double interrogative. Will the cold wind not be blowing in your village? Will they not be eating the food now? Which boy of them will not be going to school? Again, this is a type of double interrogative. Who will not be knocking at the door? Double interrogative. Will Razia not be knitting sweater of her brother? Sweater's spelling is in. Let me correct it. I'm so sorry about this. SW. All right. Yeah. Then last one is, will it not be raining in your city? Now I'm hoping that everything is clear to you and every sentence is definitely clear. Now let's move forward for the last slide, which is based on WH family sentences. So again, the whole structure would be exactly the same. We just have to put WH family in the front. WH family, will, shall plus subject plus be plus V1 ing and object plus question mark most important. What will he be doing there at this time? Sometimes we think ourselves, ourselves, and we sometimes even we talk to ourselves that what will he be doing there at this. To do that also, do let me know. Next up we have is, who will be calling you at this time? Who will be calling you at this time? Sometimes our parents ask this question, right? Who will be calling you at this time? Like at this time means sometimes our parents ask you this thing when one of your friend, when anyone of your known or maybe unknown calling you at night, maybe midnight. So you must be wondering, who is calling you right now, right? Who will be calling you at this time? Whom will the teacher be teaching in the room? Which film the boys be watching at this time? Why will those two brothers be quarreling with each other? What will your brother be doing there? Come on, tell me, what will your brother be doing there? What will the king be telling to queen? I want to know that. I'm curious to know that. Next up we have is, who will be singing a song in the class? Where will those two girls be going? And last but not least is, what will Raja be buying from the market? Now I'm hoping every type of sentences is clear for you. And with this thing, thank you so much for watching the video till the end and stay connected. Be happy. I'm going to meet you in my next video. Bye bye.